Hello and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this now moment with me. For those of you who haven't seen these videos before, welcome. And for those of you that have, welcome back. As you can tell, my voice, maybe you can tell, my voice is not 100%, but that's all right. We're going to go for it anyways. So, lots coming through. I'm just going to let it kind of organically come through. My intention with all of my videos is to assist in raising the frequency and vibration with one another and Mother Earth in the form of messages, light language, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's not meant to be understood on a linear level. It's meant to be felt. So I invite you just to listen with an open heart and an open mind. And we'll go from here. So you can take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Sometimes I forget to say that, but it's always important to breathe, right? And also, so we're just going to go for it apparently. Istiniest ashtugunoeti nashtekis isto ashtenakis ashtetis asto ashtenakis ishtenatis ist okusteniana. Usteniest ashtakis ashtenitis isto usteni istieta ashtekinies ashtugunustit ististies ashtetiana ashtekiniana. Ist ashtenis ashtekinies no ashtekinian ashtakunustenia. So I'm hearing we are in many places at once, as one. However, we are threading these timelines, if you will, these dimensions of existence, and I see us kind of walking through these doorways and connecting with ourselves, as well as one another, in different frequencies, in dream time, in awake time. Ishtiest ashtuguno etienatiast ekiniana kitiest ashtikipis ashtakunosh et anahastetinas estiniana ashtikiniana. And I just want to back up and say I've already set my intention that this be for benevolence for all, in the highest levels of love light only. And as we are compelled to move forward, compelled to expand, we are compelled to assist with a greater vibration of I'm seeing like all these little magnets or nets kind of lifting us up. Is ashtikiniest ashtikiniana toshtana soshateriest akanetiest toshtet is ashtokostenet istanatiest atetist ashtikidist ashtanarostikiniest ashtaro kosteniana. Is ak inerestine kostienara hetiest ashtakostienaritistit istanahatestinet ustit enatetist ashtikiniana kini. Unoeat it enastistikis estatas ashtanokost etististinikitist ashatanotiestanakostereastenestistinististinina. Breathing in and out. And as these other versions of yourself peek through the blinds, if you will, play on words. So I hear, I was once blind, but now I see. We're seeing other versions of our realities. We're getting glimpses of who we once were, what we once were, and what we have the potential of being, of seeing, of interacting, of intermingling with. And as we allow and alight these light frequencies in, within, and braid these ashtikist, ashtagushtitis, we awaken within ourselves, with one another, within our galactic centerpiece. Ishtiesta kuno etiena tiesta shtatiesta shtatiesta nakutushtis tishtineste tushtena atatishtina astakushtiniana na kuno etiena tuto shtetiene tis ashtakuno atistiniana. A new wave of understanding, a new way of understanding, a new way of transmitting, of communication, of Dikiniatana shtetias takutuas tenestistines tustoestet estesta kustinias kustinias testiniana. It is the kunoet yet estities at it is this estinik it is astatostatos etiata anitian akurochostinastinik stort on ostokonestitinas testiniana. In the standard esta kustiniat istitis tanatitis tastat at iskatana at astakonostet et istana kano at istinet istina. Tuukine tetiana aknoa titia awa onoa tenia. Ena tiena aknoa uet iet este ana akunoa tiena na taknoa tiestene tiana koa. Tiena tuste kiene titiana konokoa titieste okono kokonoa. Titiana kana kokoa titieste tiena titikini kitia takanakoa. Isa shakiti eterne kot oashti titi stana titina kiti stana shtakonoa. Diana este shakia satashta kistana tietana ko okoa. It at astokonoat it istiast okonoa stistiant ast ekiatana. It ashtikinist ustit ist anaketistana atistinistana kuto estana. Estana kitiana tista kust et istana tistene kistiana stoa tinististiniana. So I'm hearing as we peel back the layers of our existence, we understand. We stand in understanding. Within these parallels of existence, how can you place into words what is truly a frequency or a vibration? There is no conceptualization for what we have to offer often. For the interaction that we weave with you is of heartfelt intelligence. There is no correct transcription for the vastness of the energies that we interplay with, that we interweave with your heartstrings in a co-creative collaboration of essence, of understanding, of knowing and feeling. There is no exact dialect that expresses the love or the vastness of the universe, the omniverse, the multiverse. It is so expansive that as a human in an old vibration especially, but in general, as an awakening being, it is difficult to fully comprehend all the vastness, the extreme expansiveness of the universe and who we really are. And so as these new frequencies come into play with our energy fields, it's like they're giving us a taste of this, a taste of that. And we are being reminded that there is no exact frame of reference. There is no exact harmonic that we are all vibrating at, for we are all one. So in essence, we are already on the same harmonic. However, we are choosing to pluck different chords and different springs into existence so that we may experience these chords in a unified, I'm hearing many different words, so again, it's difficult to put it all into words, a unified field of expression, yet in unique application. And so the application you present in the form of your presentation, in the form of your interpresentation, in the form of your interplaying, commingling with the universe and one another, with Gaia, with the element and elementals, is all a unique expression that is not meant to be funneled into one meaning, because that is not the purpose of this intergalactic harmonization. So as just as a symphony does not, they tune the instruments. I'm seeing like an orchestra tuning to the instruments, but it's not just to make one sound. It is to better harmonize with the many sounds that come through the many instruments, that come through the creative expressions of the way that the instruments are played through the harmonics of the individual playing the instruments. And so it's not just the instruments, I'm also seeing like opera singers. Even though an opera singer may sing in a certain harmonic frequency, the voice is not always the same. So I'm thinking of the three tenors. It's not, there isn't going to be anybody else's sounds just like one of the three tenors. They're all individual, unique expressions. I'm also having reference right now to Tom Kenyon and the Hathors. And so I invite you, I'll try to remember to share that link. There are many vocalizational patterns that are showing up in your field of awareness through not just the vocals and the harmonics, it's through color, light, vibration, sound, and all of this are notes. So I'm having reference to music that is written out. When you read music, and I say this, I laugh as I say this because I've never played music or a musical instrument or been in choir, or I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano, and I've always been guided to listen to Beethoven. He's my favorite of all the composers, but it's funny to me that this is now what I'm discussing, and just like mathematics were never something I was interested in, it was almost like I put on the brakes for all of it, almost as if I blocked myself from understanding any of it, in essence. It's interesting. I just want to share that with you guys. We'll come back to that at another time. So I'm sharing this because you guys might be interested. I never could understand or wrap my brain around mathematics. I asked, this was one of my gifts, Quadrivium. That's one of my books I've been reading. It's ironic. So I'm sharing this because I see these things and I'm learning how to express them because we're all tapping into other versions of myself, yourself, ourselves that may be musically inclined or maybe an artist or maybe a mathematician, chemist, whatever. I'm coming back to that. And so the sheets of music, all right, so as we look at music, the music is written out in ink. For example, in shapes, that shape is a harmonic. It's a representation of a chord, of a key, of a depth, of a sound, of a frequency, of a light, of a number. And as that is put onto paper with intention behind it, it then gives life to the ink from the pen or the instrument, without which the intent of being there, it would mean nothing. And I'm having a plan words mean no thing. So I've had a couple messages come through that say, don't put our thoughts into no thing. It's more about the energy behind the things. The things we have in our lives only hold the meaning that we give to them. But music is a flow, a shape, and it's represented by so many things, not one thing. It's many expressions of oneness. Ushtia natit ist ashtakit yenarahak ashtat ushtistis anat oto et yenarehtitis ishtikis ashtitis tishtini kishtia nakukua. Ena este tanaku ushtis tishtini estanakis anahanako no oto et yanako ashtetina. And so as we wrap our brains around the harmonics that we are hearing in our field, there are harmonics that we aren't even computing at this moment. We are wrapping our brains around much right now in our fields. There is much interference coming into our network of harmony. And so the more we can awaken in a sympathetic way, a symphonetic way, a symphony of oneness, the more we can tune our instrument, which is our body, to a higher frequency and vibration, the less these interferences will construct, will constrict, and will therefore bounce off of us. So I'm hearing a play on words. what's happening is these interferences are making an effort to construct a grid or a construct of reality that is not organic, okay? And I'm kind of getting this as a reference to 5G. I'm kind of getting this as a reference to radio waves. I'm also getting this as a reference to, I'm not even going to go there because I don't want to plant seeds. All that I'm feeling is that there are things that are coming through that are not in harmony with our attunement, with our ascension. And we can feel those, the more we are aware, the more we are attuning, toning our frequencies, the more that that will not resonate with us. We will feel the disharmony, and rather than allowing ourselves to take on that disharmony and assume that it is coming from within, although some of it is, so I'm having reference to jobs, music, people, places we live, foods that we eat, everything. We're being shaken up, and we're being asked to leave that in the old world. It's meant to be dissolved. It's meant to be solved. It's meant to be integrated so that we can embody more of what we really are and assist one another in attuning and basically becoming the symphony. I'm hearing symphony. So siphoning the waves, so the color spectrum, the sound waves, the harmonics, and as we siphon through these tashtiana kua shtikit it inikit et inahonokua and it ikukunot istashtekini kina konoeti nostini ashtekini it ustikina kunot ustian ot oeshtikit istana kunoa. It allows us to slow down yet speed up at the same time. So I had this in a session the other day talking about somebody becoming more organized, and now I see another version of this. So many people are feeling the chaos in their lives, and the more we can slow down and be present with this, so now I'm realizing that this session that I had with this person is now they're kind of giving me more information in general about how this can help others as well. Not everybody will resonate with this, but there are some people that are, I'm hearing siphoning off more than they can chew. So let me go back into that. En east akiti ni kuno estista nasta kuno est enena donet inna kennast est kunon ono kuno stenit istana onot inat estistanak et ist akustinit estik enna hestestanak an okunoa. So many beings are saying, bring it on, yet they haven't digested what's already been brought. So be still with yourself. Be still with others. Do not force all that is into a funnel that's this big when it's really this big. Teat indigit inat istas the ost it in it yet at ist it inarakit ina. We seek to give you much. We seek to give you much. However, you must increase as ist iniat ast uno in increments that are noted for your own architecture, for your own well-being, for your own divine structure to play off of. While some, having reference to the Sistine Chapel, while some are ready to see, feel, paint, and be within the Sistine Chapel, others are in finger paint mode. And there is no wrong. There is nothing wrong. There is no thing that is wrong in that architecture. So realize that the painting that we do with our fingers is as important as the architecture within the Sistine Chapel. You guys, I know this is a play on words, so I'm just going to come back and kind of break this down a little bit. You know, I'm hearing that we're channeling, in a sense, or tuning into frequencies based on our architecture. So while some of us are Michelangelo's, others of us are Pollock? Is that the Pollock? A Polish person versus the artist. Combining the two. So Pollock, I believe, wears all those spatters. This is another example of me not paying attention in art history. And here I am. All is of equal import, and we are being invited not to judge our creations. So I'm also having reference to Julia Childs versus someone who's just beginning to learn how to cook. And don't beat ourselves up over our beginner skills, so to speak. I'm also having this in reference to those of you out there who are just learning how to speak light language, paint, draw light language, write in light language, honing in on new skills that you're just tapping into. It will come. We're being gifted new revelations about ourselves in alignment with what's happening in the universe, omniverse, multiverse, as well as the collective. And so as we expand in these synchronistic capabilities, we're being invited to come from a place of non-judgment. For once we judge ourselves and we judge others, we block that creative abundance, that creative skill, and we start putting, I hear accountability, but it's not in a positive way. It's like we put this pressure on ourselves, which changes the vibration around the numbers that are coming in. So now I'm seeing where this is going. I've had a lot of sessions with people about abundance. And so we're changing when we put ourselves into a judgment about our skills or where we should be or why haven't I received this yet. We are changing the mathematics around our frequency and our grid. It's hard to describe. We're all at different understandings of this. But what I see is pretend that you're in a field of architecture. So I'm going to see if I can find something out of this book. So bear with me. I don't know which one. I'm just going to see which one. Okay, I'm just going to close the book and see which one I'm guided to pick. So let's say we're at a field of architecture. Okay, so I'm seeing spirals. Oh, interestingly enough, we have the Botticelli's Birth of Venus. So it's a golden section rectangle with interior squares. I have to laugh. So with the rule of 3, I'm going to have to come back to this in a minute, but I'm going to show you the picture. So it's spatial art, and what I'm really being guided to look at is this little guy right here. okay? Which essentially looks like something that I drew that I had up and I was getting ready to look at. So I'm going to pull this up, so bear with me. Sorry, guys. So I put this here because I was gonna pull this up earlier and I didn't know where this was leading. So, you guys, I love synchronicity. It's happening live right now on this video while I'm sharing this with you. So I was kind of going originally talking about we have this field around us, and when we change our math, meaning what the guys are talking about right now is when you say that this is, I'm only capable of this, or I'm judging myself, it's kind of changing the architecture in your field. So picture a Merkaba, or you can just picture a golden sphere of energy around you if you wanted to, and picture like a grid. And within this grid are all these shapes. And shapes, just like I was saying earlier, music has numbers, and we're a symphony. We are a walking symphony of mathematical proportions in harmonious unity with the omniverse, universe, multiverse, and we are essentially vibrating into this holographic expression, holding pattern that changes and morphs, but it holds according to our vibrational frequency. So when we judge one another, or when we judge ourselves, and we put these expectations, not expecting the best, but expecting us to fail or expecting us to not understand things, it's called a limitation, is what I'm hearing. Now, I don't know where this is leading, but I'm going to go with it. So I just asked what I'm being led to, and I might go into this later and I'll kind of keep going, but it's called rabatment and the rule of three. Rabatment. I'm laughing because I haven't really looked at this book too much. I just kind of thumbed through it because it is another language that I'm not familiar with in this lifetime, per se. But I did draw this, and some of you guys who have seen my videos might have remembered this. I didn't erase it for whatever reason for today. And I'm looking at this shape going, well, this looks really familiar. And I'm just going to read this briefly. This is the book of Quadrivium, the 4 classical liberal arts of number, geometry, music, and cosmology. The book is written by multiple authors, I believe, but I'll have to share this. So it's talking about painters have a whole bag of secret tricks to help them produce the perfect picture. Students of composition are taught the rule of 3, where a canvas is divided in 3 horizontally and vertically into 9 small versions of the original rectangle. The 4 intersections produced are excellent places to choose a focus point in the design and are used by many artists. By contrast, items placed on center lines seem contrived in the composition and too obvious. So basically something off-center has more appeal than something that is exactly in the middle. So talks about a golden section rectangle. So I guess this is called rabatment. Now, I'm laughing because I wrote this down and I literally was looking at this earlier today, like, what are you trying to share this with me for? Someone out there will understand. So I drew this a few months ago. Now, I'm going to get rid of the Vesica Pisces because the Vesica Pisces is not, I don't think it's an organic formation. What I'm hearing is it's been usurped. But that's a whole other video. But if you look at this architecture and I were to make this longer, it looks kind of like this rabatment and the rule of 3. It's too, it looks just like this. This. Okay? This will come to me later as to what all this means. And if you look, I wrote down bat. So there's something, and I wrote down this, which is, and you guys bear with me, I'm sorry, I'm kind of in flow right now and I don't want to stop. Earlier, I had been guided to look up few things, but I had been guided to look up the Pell number, P-E-L-L, and it talks about the silver spiral, and it talks about the powers of the silver ratio 2, and it talks about the square root of 2. So I'm not sure what this all has to do with anything yet. It'll come up. But obviously it has something to do with what we're talking about, considering I'm seeing bat, this shape, which are these two, the double diamonds, the rule of 3, and if I combine that with the elastic scattering slash silver ratio, that's 3 common denominators that I'm being guided to talk about. This is a whole other video, but I just wanted to share that with you guys for a moment. Any of you science buffs out there might understand it. And so as we fall into this equilibrium, this equal balance of harmonics, we are equally balanced in our uniqueness and in our, I'm hearing fractal mobility. So just bear with me for a second. I'm just going to kind of go into flow. Breathing in and out. Lots of frequency coming through right now that I'm sharing with you guys. I'm hearing hey batter 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 swing, and I'm hearing pull back, pull bat. The frequency spirals that you spiral in and out of are in accordance, chord, C-H-O-R-D, with I'm hearing fractal mobilization, whatever that means. So your ability to move, I'm thinking, or your ability to branch out. Good enough for now. Your mobility or hyper mobility is coming online. And so for those of you who understand the framework from which you are jumping through, if you will understand that your calibrations are altering your mobility, are altering your contractability. So guys, I just went off on a whole other tangent right now. So I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to call this the beginning of a new video, even though I'm going to keep it all as one video. So for those of you who are good with what we've just expressed, I invite you to end on this note, and I send you love and light. Of course, and for those of you who want to get into more of a flow framework and to a different bell curve is what I'm hearing, I invite you to stay put. This is more for me of a play on words, and I have to sometimes figure it out later because as you can see, lots of references, it's very multidimensional, and it isn't always clear right away what is being shared, although many people do understand it inside, and I'm hearing in their bones. So, moving forward, thank you for tuning in. And I may decide to split this video into two down the road. I'll probably share the whole video. It gets a little different from this point forward. So, just giving you fair warning. Usually I would just be putting this into a blog. So we'll see if I decide to keep the video. So this fractal mobility that we seek to express into is a dynamic, an interplay, an interweaving spectacle, if you will, a divine calibration of a new occurrence that is happening in your cell, in your roots and fibers. Square root of 2 in your roots. And as we collaborate with your numbers, with guys, I'm having a reference to the book of Numbers in the Bible and reference to King David, who was a musician. And then we honor the tones and frequencies in the highest spectrum of light rays that wish to collaborate in this divine sequencing of parallel interdimensional connectivity. As we connect in the parallel expressions of the divine oneness that is the spark of the frequency of the raising of your assignment, I'm hearing, and this is a play on words. Guys, again, I usually write this in blog format, so I would write out assignment as in a sine wave. It is in a mean, a golden mean, but that's not exactly what's being gilded, is what I'm hearing. And as this divine spark interplays with your collaboration and interconnectivity within your cellular matrix makeup, slowing it down. We see within you what you see within you, what you seed within you, what you are moving into. This movement and entrainment is part of your capacity to withstand to interplay, to intermingle, to interweave in an interstellar community, the fabric of knowingness, space-time, oneness, inner collaboration. So I gotta tone it down a little bit, guys. So many words coming through. It's easier to write this. I'm just gonna kind of... I'm having reference to squamous cells. I think those are squamous cells. et ikini. Tu estis est et innet inna ukuno okuno et I an anna it at uku et it ist in the et ist at inna ak uku et inna ua et inian ukuno estina estiki inna ua kis aste ua. Breathing in and out. I think this is going to go on a blog. So if you're watching this, it's probably because it's posted on my blog. Tista sikinia tiana, okono ese shakinia, oa tiana kiata iti atakana, isa shakiri ishtis, ustis nikishtis, okuostinis ana, ostanistis ana kukua, ukua at ishtis ishtikini, is ana kuotias that is, whew. This rainbow weaving of intergalactic rays is raising the frequency, is raising the vibratory consistency that we are holding in our holding patterns, in our paternal light, our true paternal frequencies that are connected to the rays that we are raising with. So this is a reference to the rays of the sun, rays of light. And as these abominations, so guys, play on words is another reason why I don't usually say this out loud. That sounds bad, but when I go back in, it's a play on words, abominations. Whew. As these abominations are abounding, are abounding, are frequenting, ukua. Or it is at it arahest inra it is at ishtik inra. Or it inrahet it irahat it irastist at istinrahat inra kur it istinira. Dur it inrakit it rastit at arahak unur it is anat it arahat is arahat tishtarak or it ina. Guys, I'm just going with the flow right now. Lots of information wanting to come through. I'm going to kind of end it on this note because I have to write this down because the words that I have in my vocabulary are in a shortage is what I'm hearing. So it's easier for me just to write this down. So I'll share that with you when I get that information to come through. So thank you so much for tuning in. I know this was a very different video than maybe what some of you are used to experiencing. Things are changing for me as things are changing for you. So myself as a conduit for all the versions of me, there are versions of me that are alchemists. There are versions of me that are galactic, ascene. Ushtet jest ashtokuno eshtets eshtikini estat it jest ashtakini est ashtokuno ukurshtit jest ashtikini atrak estes eshtinia. They all want to express and come through because we're merging these frequencies and we're connecting brain waves. We're connecting heart rays. We're raising an awareness. It's always been here within us in these hidden parts of our brain, and essentially our neurons are firing differently and they're sparking and waking up, and it's like I'm seeing like somebody starting a car with the two wires. You know, you always see somebody breaking into a car and they don't need the key. They just start the ignition with two wires connecting together. These wires weren't connected before, and now they've like kind of found each other and they're hooking up and they're going, oh, I can speak this language. Oh, I do know mathematics. Oh, I understand what this means. And it'll eventually connect through these systems. And not only that, on this note, what I'm sharing will connect with other beings out there who get it, even more so than I do. And then it will activate them to go into something about the silver spiral and say, oh, maybe this is something that I've been needing to activate some science project I'm working on, or some collaboration, or to understand what's going on with the human body. I could go on and on. We're all activating one another. So in love and light, guys, thank you so much. I hope you had fun with this at least. I know it was a little weird. Hey, that's what it's all about, right? Enjoying what we're doing and allowing our creativity to be expressed in any weird ways that we feel guided to express it in, because for someone it'll connect here. So thank you in love and light, you guys. Thank you so much. Namaste.